Welcome to Faith on Tap, a podcast where we go out into the wilds of local breweries and talk to you about, thoughts and various topics that are important to all of us. Okay, so we have arrived at today's brewery, which happens to be what, Dennis?
We are at Coles Road Brewing in Berlin, Connecticut.
There you go. Now, this is a smaller brewery.
Yep. It's got a rustic feel to it.
A neat atmosphere. As you may be able to tell, there's a bunch of talking. At least it's not loud music.
True.
So we'll see how that goes. Any first impressions, Liz?
I like the look of it. It's like we're inside of a railroad depot of some sort. Very rustic, very cool. It could use a little bit of jazzing, but still good.
That's coming from an artistic eye, though.
Yeah. And on this there, what do I have to drink? We are going to be asking the question tonight, what are you thankful for? Are there any impressions what you think the direction that people will go? Dennis?
I think it's going to be a mix. I think the thankful is going to be, I think you're going to hear a lot of family. I'm thankful for my family, thankful for my job. I think you'll get the one wisecrack, I'm thankful for toilet paper or something like that. But I think most people are going to be kind of sincere on this one, I think.
Liz, what do you think?
I would tend to agree. They're going to go with family and living in America. I think it's going to be in that vein. How about you, Mark?
My only thought, I think this is shortly after the election, so we might get some people are being thankful for how the elections went. We'll see how that transpires. So let's see what they have to say. What is something that you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for all these guys.
Go on.
These are my boys. We hang out every weekend. We go to football games together. I'm thankful for all these guys and all these guys' kids.
How long you been hanging out for with each other?
Oh, long time. I mean, we've been on several iterations of tailgate, the tailgate crew.
So you're talking about pro football or college?
Talking about high school.
High school
Football.
Oh, Berlin. Okay. Oh, so your kids play? Is that how you started?
Yes, all our kids are on the same team. They've been all playing together since youth.
And you knew each other and you developed a friendship from there.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Does anyone else want to go around and see what they're thankful for?
We're thankful for a really good friend of ours named Joe, who passed away last night. He was one of us, and, he had an unfortunate accident a couple weeks ago, had knee surgery last week, and unfortunately died from a blood clot. And he was one of these guys that, gave his heart and everything to the town. And he was a corrections officer for 20 years, retired. He became part of the town of Berlin and, their department that they have here around, taking care of the town. He had a kid in the program. He has a kid in the program. And we really, we're here tonight to honor him and to just reminisce about Joe and just remember him. And
could you give me a good story about him that you remember?
Good story about Joe. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I mean, Joe, so I started coaching football with Joe, God, I don't know, maybe like 10 to 12 years ago. He coached our boys at a very young age. And, I don't know if there's a particular story that I could call out, but just he's always got a smile on his face, big heart. He just loves the town of Berlin, loves the boys, and just loves giving to the town. I mean, he does the chains. So this is a funny story. One time we were doing the chains on a Berlin football game. Varsity game, he had to use the bathroom really bad. So all of a sudden I look over and Joe's gone. Okay. And I said, what's going on? Oh, he had to go use the bathroom. I guess he had a problem, whatever. But we picked it up for him. But it was just kind of funny that he kind of disappeared and ran off the field. And,
did you know what was happening at that time? Why he was leaving?
It took a second to figure it out, but we picked up the chains for him, had somebody else come in, take his spot, and then he came back and he said, the tailgate food is not that good. We got to work on, food quality.
Our quality is high.
Our tailgate game is high.
Okay, what makes your game so good?
The food, man.
Well, give me some.
We have a different menu every week.
What did you have last week?
All right, last week was pork belly sandwich.
Oh, that is nice.
A lot of fat, but
what did pork belly? I like brine it and make bacon with it. What do you do with the pork belly? Fry it? Or?
I didn't make it. I just ate it.
You don't care as long as it tastes good.
That's it.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah, man.
I'm talking to
Karen.
Hi, Karen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. And so our question for today is, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for a lot.
Oh, great. I would love to hear.
I am thankful for a lot. I am. One special thing, I'm thankful for my nephew who just went through a really sad time and his road has turned around, and we're all really happy
Oh, I'm
because
really happy
it was
for you.
a sad. They lost something very special.
I'm so sorry.
So yeah, I think that's the one thing that I'm most grateful for right now.
Well, it sounds like your family really got together and
Oh yeah,
walked him through this.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
What else? Are there other things as well?
what are you thankful for?
I got a job in a warm place
Absolutely. I wish today was warm in here. It's
Don't
freezing here.
don't forget your cold beer.
and my cold beer.
As you start reflecting on what else you're thankful for, what kind of stuff?
I'm thankful for my granddaughter.
Oh,
Yeah.
how old?
She's 9, and I get to spend a whole week with her next week because her parents are going on a vacation,
Oh, nice.
and it'll be her and I and the
And what
dog.
does she call you?
Nana,
Yep. I'm a Nana as well.
love Nana.
Let's hear it for the Nanas.
That's it. So it's going to be a blast all week.
So
Yep.
great. Love
I
it.
said we could do whatever we want,
Yep.
whenever we want.
That is something definitely to be thankful.
Except you still have to go to sleep and get up for school in the morning. But oh well, put that in your schedule.
Fantastic. No, I love it. We're having our 2 coming over this weekend. And I look forward. They're 8-10s.
Oh, fun,
Yeah.
fun.
Lots of projects.
That's what we do.
It's a beautiful thing to be thankful for. And
Absolutely.
kids are, what a
Absolutely.
treasure, huh?
Sure is.
After going through, children are outstanding. But when they're your own,
They're even better. They're even better.
but then you get these little mini me's out of them. And like, they're so cute.
What are you thankful for? And you can hold
Everyone in my life, I'm thankful for. And
Everyone.
myself, yeah.
in your life.
Yeah.
You got it. Why?
I don't know. I'd be lost in my own thoughts if I didn't have friends, right?
Friends? So
Yeah.
is it just the friends in your life or is
And
it
family. Yeah, family too. Yeah.
You have a
of course.
big group.
My cats.
How many cats do you have?
I have 2.
2 cats.
Yeah.
All right. So she's thankful for her cats. All right. What are you thankful for?
Cocaine and freedom.
You live hard, don't you?
Yes, sir.
What are you thankful for?
Well, I would be thankful for my contacts not being all up right now, but otherwise, I guess having a healthy, happy kid.
Do you have a child on the way?
No, I have a healthy, happy son.
Oh, that is awesome. How old?
3.5.
3.5. Only one?
Yeah, that's all we're ever gonna get. Only one. One and done.
Awesome. Awesome. And it's a son.
Yeah.
Carry on your name.
Yeah, he's a junior. Ryan Jr.
Really? I'm a junior. Named after my dad. That's cool. A happy, healthy.
Best things are juniors.
Amen, man. Are you a junior?
No.
No.
I'm not the best. My son's better.
That's awesome. Hey, thank you guys very much. How are you, young lady? This is a microphone. And we host a podcast. So you have to hold the microphone like a lollipop, right? There you go. And you know what a podcast is?
No.
It's this thing where people talk on the internet. You're going to be famous. We don't do video, just audio. So it's just going to hear your voice. We're coming up to Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for having friends and family.
How come?
I don't know, because they're just nice and they help me and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a best friend?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Alice.
Alice. And do you guys sleep over each other's house and stuff?
No, she's just on my bus. When we go to school, I usually sit with her.
Cool. Now, what about your family? Do you have a big family, a little family?
A big family.
Big family. What's your Thanksgiving tradition?
We usually just hang out and have fun.
Do you eat turkey?
Yeah, but I don't really like it.
You don't like turkey?
No, not too much.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I don't know.
Do you like mashed potatoes?
Yeah, a little.
A little?
Yeah.
Do you like cranberry sauce?
I haven't tried it.
Are you new to our country? Is this your first Thanksgiving?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Do you have French fries at Thanksgiving?
No.
So, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
I would say corn.
Corn. That's it. Is it on the cob or just in a bowl? Do you put butter on it or anything? Butter. Okay. I think you need to explore more food this Thanksgiving, okay? Well, you were awesome. Thank you so much for answering my questions.
And we're here with Liz.
Hello.
And should know his real name is Dennis.
Wait, it is?
Yeah, it says so in the church flyer. We got, hold on, listen to this one. We have the Apostle of Answers.
Whoa, wrong. I wish that were to be true.
The answer part or the apostle part?
The answer part.
Or the of part?
I can be apostle of questions.
No, you're a pile of questions.
A pile of questions.
You've been called a pile of other things, too.
Sometimes I've been called the Dewey pile.
Ixnay on the Apostles of Answers. What you are thankful for. We're going out and asking people what people are thankful for. We have some good outro stuff when we're done, what we're going to focus on. And I think we already talked about this part, right? At the show, at the brewery, we asked what we think that people will say.
Oh, yeah, we did some predictive work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go right into the next part here. All right, so Dennis, we heard the replies of what people are thankful for, and upon hearing them, what are your thoughts?
They felt pretty status quo. There was thankful for family, there was thankful for friends, there was thankful for political victories. I don't believe there was a mention of thankful for what God has done, what Jesus has done. It's all kind of centered around humanity and their life, which was some of the things they were thankful for were special and sacred in and of themselves. But there was really no mention of a thankfulness for the things, even from an agnostic perspective, like thankful for the world, thankful for the way things are created, but there was none of that.
Being in Connecticut and in talking to people in Connecticut for your whole life, besides church people, does that surprise you?
No, unfortunately, it didn't. I was hopeful, but the answers all weren't superficial. I mean, they were deep, heartfelt.
The ones that we are putting on the podcast, anyways.
Yes, there was.
As far as you
yes.
know.
Wait till next week when you hear Dennis say.
So, and Liz, you have any thoughts on after we talk to the people or what they're thankful for, surprises or?
I am always surprised how people are so willing to share their heart with you, and they have no idea who you are. You just walk up to them and ask them this question, and they immediately get emotional, which is so cool because all three of us get a little, not nervous, but there's a certain reluctance about going up. And then when we do it, and these people, for the most part, really dig down deep and want to share and have stories. And yeah,
that's true.
It's like they've never been asked that question.
Right. Or never been given a platform to share something.
Yeah. And we get to see
which is a human heart wanting to be heard.
Which is, it's so cool, no matter what age.
Yeah. Now, what I was thinking when I was preparing for the show notes and I was thinking about being thankful, I'm thinking, okay, you're being thankful when someone's an agnostic, you're being thankful. That means you're giving gratitude towards something. Well, that's like, what are you giving thankful? If you're not a Christian or if you're not a deist, who are you giving the thanks to? If you're thankful for something happening that's not in control of like a family, but it's outside of that, who are they thanking? I'm befuddled by that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it is kind of, I was thinking about that earlier myself. It's just like this bubbling thankfulness that doesn't actually have a target. Yeah.
So who are they thanking then?
I think their heart is just thankful that it exists, but that thankful does not have a place to land.
Right. I have to agree. It's just kind of a willy-nilly, Skittles and rainbow type of thankfulness.
But it's not based on anything. That's what I'm trying.
Well, it's based on their feeling. They're feeling right now thankful, or they're in their reflections of certain things has made them feel thankful. But there seems to be no core center for where that thankfulness comes from.
Right. If I give you $10, you'd say thanks because I'm giving you something and you're expressing gratitude.
Not in this economy. I'd say I'm going to need at least 5 more.
As a retired teacher, that's all you're getting. And So you're giving me, you're showing me gratitude. Now you're saying, what a beautiful sunset.
Mhm.
I'm so thankful for that sunset. You're thankful that it exists, but who are you thanking?
I think if you ask people that are in that agnostic mindset, even if they don't know, that mindset, they're just going to say, I don't know.
Or they'll say the universe.
Yeah,
which
Mother
means,
Nature.
Or
doesn't-
they'll change instead of we're using thankfulness in a very specific way. They might say something like, I really appreciate. So
Well,
they
that's
might
different.
change
Right.
the meaning of what they're saying.
But
This
we
is, when
asked-
I say thank you, I'm meaning this.
right.
that.
But we did ask, what are they thankful for? Not what do they
Yes,
appreciate?
but they are definitely taking it. It has a different definition for some people, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Interpretation, exegesis.
Yes, there we go. Now, I did find out what, and this is not, I don't know if this should be a contest, because I guess the first person who screws up, because these are so basic of what people are thankful
out.
for. Well, I mean, as a pastor who talks to people for their job, you should have a pretty good inkling what people are thankful for. I have 10, but you can't miss these. So,
Okay. So
what
it's
people are thankful for?
what is this called? Like the suicide round or whatever, like you one and done.
Well, yeah, because this is you can't mess this up.
Okay. And are these Christian responses? Or
No,
are these just people
no,
responses?
they're people
Okay.
responses.
Good.
So who, Dennis?
No, ladies before gentlemen.
Okay, Dennis. What? I'm sorry.
That was Thursday. I want to edit that out.
No.
What was that beer you call it? Ladybug?
Ladybug.
Yeah. I see. Okay. So, all right, Liz, out of the top 10 things, what are people thankful for?
Family.
Yeah, that's what number 1.
Ding,
This
ding.
is
Friends,
3,
Health.
2.
job,
I'm sure it's some
occupation, profession,
Well,
grandmothers.
financial stability through work. I'll give you. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Who even says financial stability through work?
And that's number 9. Go ahead.
Education.
Oh, you went there.
I did go there. Learning.
I'm really
Yeah.
well. I just because you're my wife, I'll give it to you for personal growth.
All right, I can see that. I won't.
You won't fight that.
I won't fight that one.
Okay.
That one.
That was
how
number
many-
10, by the way.
So how many are left?
4, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Thankful for living in America.
Be more general, I guess. Or why'd you be thankful living in America?
Living in a democracy, living in a republic,
Yeah.
living
Yes, Liz.
Would
in
this
a
be
free
freedom?
of speech.
Freedom is correct.
Freedom. Just freedom in general? Sorry.
Freedom.
Excited. Freedom. Freedom.
Yeah.
America.
I'll give it to you. Fine. You said something that began with the letter F, so I'll give it to you.
America.
All right. 3 more.
Okay, I'm going to say nature.
Yeah. Or 4 more. That nature is number 8. That's good. 3 more left.
Good grief.
I'm not going to be nice anymore.
When did you start?
It was
Okay.
like a 5-minute window.
Yeah, that window's closing up now. Come on.
All right. Thankful for running water.
And we're done. Okay.
Can I just take one
Sure.
crazy guess? Weather?
Okay. That was a crazy guess. We were looking, as this is a Christian podcast, we're looking at faith and spirituality, but thanks for missing that.
You told us it was a bunch of agnostics.
No,
Random-
I said,
random.
are these Christians? No, it's general public people.
I just want to call out conspiracy and a fix.
Yeah, and you're still wrong. And the other 2 things, food. That's important to be thankful for food.
All
And
right.
like when we say grace, yeah, we're thankful for food.
America, that simple.
And those are one of the things you're thankful for.
That might be humanity.
Well, wait, well, hold on. Why can't Christians be thankful for? We say grace all the time. I'm thankful for the
Peter
food.
got a big blanket of food that he could have.
You say grace all the time?
Right now, he's.
I say grace silently to myself, and yeah, they're not long. Thouest thou the
You don't preach during your grace.
or how many times in praying in public, how many times the word just comes out?
Oh my God,
or Father.
Well,
Father God,
I just
do
pray
this.
right now.
Father God, just.
Yeah. I just, yeah. That bothers me. And yeah. And well, anyways, food and then home. You missed home.
Oh, that's a good one. Home.
So
Home
This
where the
world is
heart
not my home.
Ooh.
I'm
So
just passing through.
So as I mentioned earlier, I did come from a public school teaching for over 30 years. And at the end, when we were getting all wacky, one of the things that was talked about that we had to do is called SEL, or social emotional learning, which for most of it is a socialist propaganda thing. But having said that, each grade level did have a section that we had to talk to the students on for a few weeks on gratitude. And I said, and as I'm always against anything that the government does, anything that the public does, I'm always against it. It's my nature. But I can't really be against that. I think that's a really good thing.
How was it dealt with?
Basically, what are the things that you are thankful for, things that you should appreciate, things that you neglect to be thankful for? And again, it wasn't because Jesus, our Lord and Savior, saved us from it.
But it was a legitimate.
Yeah, it was
gratitude.
We did the same thing at the school I was at. And so the kids all had to make cards. Well, they didn't have to, but they were encouraged to make cards to thank a teacher that they had, and to, with an opportunity to say why they were thankful that they were a teacher, which was really sweet.
Yeah, and it gives them the ability to think about that. Mm-hmm. So because a lot of times going to the day, you're just thinking, especially when you're a teenager, what more is there to be miserable about, and and this is an opportunity to, things are pretty good, and it's all a matter of perspective. So I do think that has value. I mean, that value should probably be taught at home. But if I'm going to be a teacher and I'm forced to do some of that, if I have to talk about gratitude, I can do that with my spin, and I was happy about that. But further thinking through that, I'm thinking about being grateful. And do you guys agree that being grateful is a decision you make?
Yes.
I agree.
Some people...
It's an attitude of the heart.
And some people find it easier than others. Would that be accurate?
I think so. Well, yeah. I think generally people find be more grateful than other people personality-wise. And I think also in different circumstances, people may be more or less grateful, or in the same circumstance, but different people may be more or less thankful depending upon what's taking place, who they are.
And would you say that being grateful makes you enjoy life more? It makes you a more pleasant person, more joyful?
Oh, absolutely.
So if being grateful is a decision, and being grateful makes us happier and more joyful, how come most of us are not as thankful as we should be?
I think we've been trained to be selfish. And gratitude is like...
Who's trained us?
I think it's just been like happening in the past 30-something years. It's in the culture. It's just like everyone, here's your trophy, here's, it's all inward. There's no outward expression. It's all, let's all look at our navels, and it better darn well be good. And it's more like blame everything on the outside.
And I think people look at what they don't have, and look at, I don't have that, but he does. And that's the classic saying, keep up with the Joneses. If you're always trying to keep up with the Joneses, you're never satisfied or grateful for the things that you have. That's not to say that you can't improve your life, that you can't move forward, that you can't go from a tiny little house to one day having a bigger house. But it's like Liz said, it's where your heart is in that gratitude.
Well, yeah, on that, because being a science guy, we're forced to look at the bad outcomes in engineering too. You look at the bad outcomes and what happened. But recently I've been working with an entrepreneur, and their big thing is to do just the opposite. And they're to look at how big can you think? How big can you dream? Don't think of any obstacles. And that's a paradigm shift for me to think that. And in that, I think you just develop a different attitude. So I think some our attitudes are by training. Some are selfish. I mean, and it's the same thing when people say, "Oh, must be nice." You see someone driving a nice car, must be nice. Well, were they just given a bunch of money, or did they work really hard to get it? Is that so? That's the type of thinking, I think, that we become resentful.
I think Liz hit it too, that we are trained. The marketing trains us not to be grateful or at least not to be content with what we have. I remember Ford long time ago, first it was the Explorer, but that wasn't good enough. We had to go to the Expedition, and then it just kind of these new names, because the Explorer just wasn't manly enough, and so you had to be on an expedition,
Yeah.
and so that's the way things are marketed to us, that it always wants the next thing. I'm a sucker for the iPhone. Every time it comes out, I pay the extra money so I can get the immediate upgrade. I know, I repent, but the Lord hasn't freed me from this selfishness, but that's it. That always keeps you wanting that cycle. We're trained to want.
And as a pastor, and I'm being serious here, but the words of Jesus are just the opposite of this. And Paul, when he was in prison, I've known hunger, and I have known, and it's like your overall presence should be grateful for what Jesus did for us. Right. And I know you know that. We all know that. Yet how often, and I'm just as guilty, how often do we get off that and just say, "Sheesh, I can't believe they did this. I can't believe this happened to me." It's so easy. I just think it's like entropy. It's so easy to blame other people than look inward and realize it's you.
Oh yeah, very true. That's one thing you learn about criticism very quickly. When criticized, you immediately go into defensive mode, and obviously that person is wrong, but you fail to. There's always a little bit of hint of truth in criticism, and you need to look for it. You need to reflect on that and go, okay, where is it? It might be they might have been really mean, 99% wrong, but what can you learn? And that's also a posture of who you are as a person.
Exactly. Well, I think that just about does it. Any other thoughts?
It's interesting. This time of year, you might, although I haven't seen it recently, you might see on commercials, have an attitude of gratitude. But it's a seasonal thing, and it doesn't say what you're, like we mentioned before, right. Does it have an end game? It's just like they just wanted something to rhyme. But it really, like you were mentioning, Paul, he totally did that. You can't imagine Paul saying "must be nice."
Right.
That just wasn't in his thought process. And if we're supposed to be like Paul said, he reflects Jesus, and we should do the same, then maybe we should adopt that more.
And again, when I'm asking people that question, I'm doing the inward thinking about them, and then I'm reversing it back to me. Well, how come I'm not as good as my thoughts are? You should be this way. I go, well, are you?
No, exactly. We have, I know we're trying to end this, and that's fine, but I'll probably cut this anyway. But we have a friend, Becca, down the street.
Yeah.
And when you talk to her, it's so different. She really has one of the most grateful hearts. I mean, I think that's who she is.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Deeply grateful heart. And
example where she went to look at my high tunnel, and she goes, "Yeah, I just came back from vacation. I had like 5 or 6 squash, and when I got there, they're gone." And I go, "We're gone? What happened?" "Oh, my neighbor came by, and she just decided." I said, "I took them. I wanted to eat them." And I said, "I would be furious." "Oh, well, she was probably hungry. She probably just wanted it." I go, "But those are yours. That's okay." And she was being honest. I'm not thinking my heart. I go, boy, I have to grow a lot more.
And that's just one example. Yeah. It's really interesting.
I've often said, if I knew that the Lord was going to make me practice what I preach, I might have reconsidered getting into the ministry.
Exactly. All right. And on that note, we are done. Thank you.
Hey, podcast listeners. We're trying to grow the podcast and would love your help. Please comment, like, and share on Facebook and Instagram. This would really help more listeners find us. Hearing from you means a lot, so feel free to join the conversation. It always makes the podcast that much more interesting.
Tune in next episode when you'll hear Dennis say,
"What color is teal?"